video, I want to talk about putting the marketing into content marketing. This is a mistake that so many companies make. They hire copywriters, they hire web developers, designers, whatever you want to call it, making all these ebooks and all this amazing downloads, content, checklist, and you put it on your website, and then you hope that somebody actually sees it and come and will download it. And then a week goes by, nothing happens. A month goes by, nothing happens. By the third month, this content is actually not even useful anymore, right? You're like, yeah, I think we ought to add a couple more bullet points to this. We need to add a couple more pages. Our industry has changed. We've changed some other things in the company. We don't call that same service anymore. And compliance have said not to sell that product anymore. And guess what? All this time and effort, designing time, writing time, proofreading, putting it onto the website, the designer, developer, everybody's time is completely wasted because we call this content marketing, but all we're just really doing is content and not the marketing aspect of it. If you're a victim of this, first of all, don't feel bad. You're not alone. 90% of the companies do the exact same thing. They do not believe that they need to market the content that was just created. They believe that just putting it onto their website into some page that's buried under resources and several clicks down is going to get found, and the next person that comes to the website is going to see it. And boy, it's a sad reality, but this happens every single day. Forget about that for a minute. I want to talk about what you can do. What can you do to get this in front of people? Because if you don't, you might as well not start in the first place. The recommendation that I got is follow the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, you should be promoting that content, and whatever time you spend on creating it and uploading it should only account for about 20% of the time. And when I say promoting it, I don't even just mean promoting it by putting it on the website. I'm talking about every possible way that you can promote this content, all right? That means that you're going to put call to actions. Maybe if it's even on the homepage, if it's so good, if it's valuable content and you believe that this is useful for someone who's going through whatever the pain and the issues that you solve as an organization, go ahead and put that on the homepage. Why not? Put it on the very top. Hey, are you experiencing these things? Download this checklist now. You collect a bunch of email addresses of top of funnel people that are searching for it. Secondary, you can run Google AdWords with very long tail keywords that might fit this whatever product or service you're selling to get them in the door. Most of the advertising that Salesforce does, you have probably not clicked on it. But if you search for anything that Salesforce, the CRM company, what they sell, it goes to a landing page, not the homepage of their website, not the product page. They go to a landing page where they collect the lead and they send it off, and then they tell you to go wherever else on their website. Everything is a landing page. And they're not a small company, right? Their revenue is in the billions, but they don't believe in sending the traffic to their product page that they've beautifully designed. Every resource is a landing page. They collect probably hundreds and thousands of emails a month from people that are looking for it. And those people may already be in their funnel, right? They're not even checking to see if the data already exists. They just want as many contacts as they possibly can get into their database. That is the goal. And from there, they're probably segmenting it and sending off emails and sending it to the SDRs that are calling, qualifying, looking against their pipeline to see if this lead even exists. If yes, you'll probably go to the contact owner of who owns that contact to reach out and so on. The whole thing is a machine behind the scenes. That's why they can predictably have revenues at the type of numbers that they have, right? It is a machine and it is a rat race. However, many organizations don't even send their pay-per-click ads to their landing pages. They send to the homepage. They don't even send to the resources. So pay-per-click is a strategy that you can utilize to get traffic to the resource. The other would be, again, as I said, call to actions on the bottom of the blog, so the side of the blog, or videos that you might be publishing. The descriptions can have a link to the landing page. You can run Facebook ads very specifically with this, resource and advertise to the people. Retarget to the people that you already have on your website, whatever you may have pixel. Retarget them with banner ads on the Google Display Network with this very resource. Think about all the things that you could do with one resource. Retargeting banner ads on the Google Display Network, Facebook ads that are actually going for top of funnel based on their interests and their demographics and all that good stuff. maybe custom audience, really targeting people that should download this. But retargeting people that have been to your site that have not downloaded this resource, it's a huge, huge part, because if they're already interested in your business, but they may not have submitted their information, but use this as a resource to get them into the website. Videos that you might be promoting on your YouTube channel or your Instagram account or wherever else you upload your videos. In the description, you can actually have that in YouTube especially. It's a huge place. You have a nice little description. Put a link to that as the #1 link on that video resource. Hey, are you looking for this? Here it is, right? And so Pinterest, if you can believe it, Pinterest has the ability to send traffic to your landing page or your video and so on. You can use Pinterest. I mean, there's countless ways to promote it, but the fact of the matter is many people forget about all the things that you can do to promote the content. They're simply working so hard to generate the next download. The moment this is up, let's go make 17 more and write the same thing until we're blue in our face, and we're hoping that someday somebody will find it and eventually they get outdated, we throw it away and we go through the same process again, and it never did what it was supposed to do. I would rather you have one download with 1,000 contacts than 1,000 with like 10 people submitted organically, right? If you're thinking about just promoting this organically, stop, wasting your time. Spend that money on promoting what you've already created. And many, many times, they don't even send an email to their email list with this new resource. Help your customers make the decision, right? Help them by segmenting your list to maybe it's non-customers, top of funnel, whatever, or people that are in consideration stage, and send this resource depending on where that fits, whether it's an awareness piece, a consideration piece, a decision piece, and send it to that segmented audience. Say, hey, this resource might be helpful as you're going through this process of purchasing whatever solution that you sell, right? Just helping them, they would appreciate that. So think about all the ways that you could promote, yet people don't do that, which is the most craziest part. People do not do that. And that means that you're losing out on amazing opportunities to build a relationship, right? And to build something of value to the people that are around you. If you think about the concept of customer-centric, and I'm going to show you my mouse pad that I showed earlier on so many videos, being customer-centric really means that whatever you do is in hopes of them actually getting value from your content. And if you truly believe this is going to add value to them and you don't promote it, you're doing a disservice, not just yourself, but the people that actually come to you and trust you and want help from you, right? So think about that. If you can save all this hustle and bustle and creating more content and come out with a 101 things that we're going to do to promote the content that we're going to create from this day onward, you're going to get so much more success. Believe me when I say that. And if you don't do that and you keep creating more and more content and hoping that somebody's going to find it someday on some buried page, you're not going to ever get the kind of results that you are going in with, thinking that you're going to get all this business and you don't get it. You're going to get disappointed and frustrated and say, this content marketing thing doesn't work. Let's fire, our marketing department because they're not really yielding anything. Rather than saying that, saying, look, we really need to do a better job promoting the content. And what are some ways that we can do that? Let everybody in the team come back with 5 ideas and try to do all of those 5 things, right? Every single idea counts and see what happens. See what happens. You might be surprised that people actually care about the content. People actually want to hear from you. They admire the fact that you took the time to create this amazing content in whatever format it is, and then they might actually consider you when they're making this decision. Instead of doing that, trying just creating content and thinking that that's content marketing is actually not content marketing, and you don't want to fall into that trap, all right? Whether this is a model that you accidentally stepped on or somebody told you this is how it works, I want you to erase that thinking and actually think about putting ad dollars, just like you spend money having somebody write it and design it and upload it. I want you to put ad dollars around it. $1,000, not a lot of money. If your lifetime value of a client is $10,000, you think spending $1,000 to promote something is too high? It's not. What if the lifetime value of a client is $50,000? How much should you advertise? What if the lifetime value of a client is 150 grand, right? Think about that. I would spend $10,000 promoting all the content that I have. Bro, if I'm gonna get a client, it's gonna be 150 G's. You're telling me that I shouldn't invest in getting another person into my funnel? Let me ask you, how much do you think Salesforce spends trying to get one more lead into their system? They bid on the keyword CRM, right? They bid on that keyword all day without even caring. It could be the most useless company in the world that they can't even afford their product. They don't care because they know that the lifetime value of one of their customers, once they embrace the product and they buy into the program, they buy all these licenses and they customize it and pay consultants to really use the product and download the apps on their phones. They're not going anywhere. They are not going anywhere. In fact, they're going to upgrade and add more modules and sign 12 months and 24-month contracts, 36 months, and the company is going to get bigger and they're going to buy more products and services like their marketing product and their service product, and then are going to pay for all this consulting work. The capacity for that one client to pay is so much more than that one click that you might be thinking that is too much to promote the piece of content. And that is exactly the mindset that you need to have, right? What would you do with another $10,000 of new revenue for your business? You're like, yeah, I could do a lot of things. Well, then maybe we have to promote the stuff that we're really doing, that we're hoping to get the business out of. So just an example, I like every company that markets. It's just that Salesforce came to my mind, and I've been to their conference several times and I enjoy it. I think they're a marketing machine. If you ever want to get some inspiration, check out the amount of content that they produce on a regular basis. And that would be just to give you a glimpse of it. Go through their funnel, go through what they're saying on their messaging. Just check it out. I think it'll be great. And the reason I'm saying that is everyone can aspire to be a huge company like that, right? Everybody should do that. In fact, we all need to take the steps that others have taken that are more data-driven, more proven, and they put ad dollars like there's no tomorrow to make sure that their name and their brand is ahead of their competition. That's exactly the model that you want to take. If you want to be average, then that's fine. Just kind of do what you're doing. But if you really want to be great, if you want to be absolutely the number one player in your space, you got a lot of work to do in order to get that, and especially when it comes to marketing content. This is the future and it's actually the present. There's not going to be another way to market ever again because the information that all of us are looking for is in our fingertips, right? Think about it. We're looking at information every single day, making buying decisions every single day. And that means that we have to be in front of them, mobile devices, tablets, desktop, wherever it is, on top of search results every single time. So it doesn't matter if you're spending ad dollars promoting an ebook, because that person may need that ebook and they have to read a little nugget for them to consider you. So it's not a bad investment of your time and money. But if you didn't show up on the top of search results, you didn't show up in their Facebook feed, then there's not a single chance that they're ever going to discover that you exist. As good as you might be and as amazing as you might be as a company and all the amazing things and awards and accolades that you have, makes no difference because a person that actually needs your product or service has never even discovered that you exist, right? So think about that. How is that? That's not a good feeling. As the owner, the CEO, the marketing manager, the VP, knowing that there's all these people out there that are looking for exactly what I do, but I'm never to be found, is not a good feeling. And that's what I mean by putting the marketing into the content. No matter how valuable you are to their organization, it doesn't matter. Your sales team can never reach every prospect that needs you, but your marketing can. Your marketing can put the widest net possible, attract the people into your organization, and let your sales team qualify and disqualify who's a good fit and not a good fit and decide to work with them, right? So think about that. I know I'm a bit passionate about this because I see this over and over and I get asked like, what should we do with our downloads? And I'm like, what are you doing today? And they say, not much. We put it on our website and wait for business to roll in. And I said, that's a fantastic idea. You should create more content. In fact, go ahead and create 10 more content and see what happens. Call me in a week. And that's what happens. Typically, they continue to do the same thing over and over, expecting different results. And sadly, I call that insanity. So I hope you got a little nugget out of this, especially in times when you could use another lead, you could use another deal, you could use another huge opportunity. Sometimes when we put out our content, some of the biggest of companies download it. And then we're like, whoa, we did not know they were gonna come and download it. And that's the feeling I would like you to have with your content. All right, thanks a lot for watching, and consider subscribing, share this with your team if you think you found some value in it, and I will see you next time.